Welcome, coaches. Welcome to all those of you that are first time listeners to my content, and welcome to those that subscribe to the channel and come back and listen to the information over and over. I appreciate all of you listening, taking the time out of your day to watch a video and to my goal at least is to get you out of your box, get you out of your coach's box, get you out of your little comfort zone, and try to expand your way of looking at the game of football. Have you ever thought about making your quarterback's job easier? Have you thought about trying to make the life of the quarterback easier? Have you thought about trying to put your quarterback in the best situation possible, the easiest situation possible, so that your quarterback can be successful? Because if your quarterback's successful, then your team will be successful, your career will be successful, and it's a snowball effect to what happens after that. So this video is all about making the job of your quarterback easier, making his life easier, talking about his quarterback, the read that the quarterback has, that the quarterback makes on a defender to throw the football. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about how to categorize these reads just as we did with the run reads. We have three things. We're going to teach the quarterback three ways that the defense will react, and we're going to teach the quarterback how to respond to that movement properly. And if you practice that over and over and over and over again, and you put drills and you put your quarterback in situations in practice that he's going to be in on game day or game night, then you will help your quarterback be much more successful. So in this video, we have a drawing here today that we're going to talk about reading the overhang or the Sam Linebacker. This is a Sam Linebacker. We have two receivers to the quarterback's right. The Sam, some people call this a nickel linebacker. Today, we're going to call him a Sam Linebacker. And we're going to talk about the three actions or behaviors that the Sam Linebacker can give our quarterback, and our quarterback will see it with his eyes and then respond with his feet. So the quarterback is always being told eyes before feet, eyes before feet. So the quarterback has to see it. He has to see what the Sam does, and then he must respond properly with his feet and throw the ball to the proper target. So to make that as easy as possible, I've gone through and designed an entire offensive passing game, in which you can very easily do. And it's designed as a high-low read. And then as your quarterback gets better, you can expand it from a high-low read. If he's going to struggle with something as simple as a high-low read, then you need to keep it simple. You can't really expand off of that. So we're going to look at the Sam Linebacker. We're going to talk about the three movements that the Sam can have, and we're going to teach the quarterback how to respond to those movements properly. So if the Sam squats, that's the first thing he may do. What do I mean by the Sam squatting? I simply mean that the Sam is not going to move very far off of his original alignment. He's not going to run outside and run down to cover the bubble. He's not going to run out to cover a hitch. He's not going to stay inside to cover a slant route. He's not going to just take off running backwards to assist with carrying vertical routes. He's going to squat, meaning he's going to stay pretty much in his same alignment, in his same position. The other thing that we say that he could do is slide. If he slides, then he will be moving out. The angle of the slide may be to slide out to get under a hitch. It may be to slide out and down towards the line of scrimmage to cover a bubble. All of those movements are sliding. If he is moving outside, that's what we would call a slide. And the third movement that we teach for the quarterback to read of the defender, and in this case with a slant bubble read, the Sam Linebacker or overhang defender, is if he bails, meaning if he's taking off, backpedaling, or drops straight back. Maybe the defense is dropping or rotating a secondary defender down whether it's a safety, whether it's a corner that's coming down to play the flat area, the Sam may bail and get vertical, right? Be in a position to play more of the deeper vertical routes. So those are the three movements. Squat, he doesn't move much off of his alignment. Slide, he runs outside and up, away from the line of scrimmage, or outside and down toward the line of scrimmage. Or he may simply get vertical or get depth and what we call bail. So what does the quarterback do? Well, if the quarterback squats, meaning he stays there, or if he bails and gets vertical, in other words, if he stays inside. So two of these movements, the quarterback or the Sam is staying inside. He's staying around his original alignment, or he's getting vertical. Either one of those, we want to throw the ball outside. If the Sam does any movement outside, which we call slide, either sliding with depth or sliding toward the line of scrimmage, either one of those, that's a slide movement, then we would simply call that, we would want to throw the slant on that movement. So two of the movements, squat and bail, are both movements where he stays inside, then the ball goes outside. If the Sam slides outside, then the ball goes inside. And we just simply show these three movements over and over and over again to our quarterback. And we set up these two receivers running this route, and we let our quarterback read it. Now, if you want to do an RPO and put a running back here and mesh with the quarterback, somehow you have a zone or a gap scheme, zone scheme, it doesn't really matter. We will throw front side or play side, so it doesn't matter which way the direction of the play, of the run play that you're meshing with the running back. He could be in pistol. He could be in flat back. None of those things matter. It's all the same look for the quarterback. He is looking at the movement of the Sam, and his eyes will tell him first to identify the movement into those three categories. And then once he identifies the movement, then he will tell his feet to respond. Eyes before feet. And then your feet will respond to the timing of the throw, and you will throw the ball on time in the proper spot. So this is an example of just a simple high-low read and the three movements that you get from your defender, and teaching your quarterback those three movements. So here we have another example of we're still going to read the Sam. You could expand this idea or this concept to any level of defender, an inside linebacker, an overhang defender to the field or to the boundary. You could have it to the corner or a safety. You could arrange or design your passing game to read the defender, which I would rather read a defender than have a true progression type like the air raid system does. I think if you zero in on one defender and read it and then respond to that movement, I think you're giving your quarterback a faster read with his eyes, which will then activate his feet, and then he'll throw the ball on time. And this example here, we're running, instead of a quick game like the slant bubble in the previous example, here we are running a curl, a 12-yard curl with a seam route, a swing by the F, and a shallow cross by the slot on the backside. Same rules for our quarterback. We're looking at the overhang. We're looking at the Sam. Is he going to hang? Is he going to kind of stay in that spot? Is he going to bail? Is he going to get depth and cover the seam route in this picture? Or is he going to slide and run outside either to get under the curl or outside and downhill to cover the F? All right, either way, that's what we're looking for. So if he hangs inside, all right, pats his feet, squats right here. If he squats here and hang, because sometimes we'll call hang in that spot, then we can throw outside. If we want to throw curl as our first, what we really want to throw first, then that's what we're looking to throw. If the Sam bails and runs with the seam, the vertical route, then we will throw the curl. If the Sam takes away the curl, then that means sliding and covering, getting width and depth to cover the curl, then we will throw the shallow cross. Now, you also see here that we have developed a triangle with our F running a swing route to the curl side. So if you get to the point where the quarterback understands the high-low reads of what's going on, then you start introducing the F as part of the triangle. And now you can tell the quarterback different ways, different numbers of different ways to read the triangle. So if he picks up the high-low read and he understands that, then you can move on and expand his thought process to include the triangle. So you can go from curl to back to the shallow cross, or you can go shallow cross to curl to back, or you can go back first to curl to shallow cross. So there's a number of ways you could tell your quarterback to look at the triangle. Now, why do you want to tell them to look at it different ways? Because you, as the coach, you know what should be open first. And if you tell the quarterback to look at that guy first, then he's going to be able to see it, identify it with his eyes, activate his feet, and throw the ball on time. So eyes before feet. So once again, a high-low read is where we always begin our complete passing game. And then as the quarterback gets really good at the high-low, we then introduce a triangle. So if you want to take this a step further than just go high-low reads, you can go triangle reads. And then go a step further from that, you can tell the quarterback to read the triangle different ways. Curl first, back second, shallow cross third. Or if you have a really good running back that's a good receiver and you want to get him in space, you run this concept and you tell him to read the back first. Back, then the curl, then the shallow cross. So that's how you can help your quarterback, tell him how to read it, the same play. You have multiple ways of telling him how to read the play, and that will make his life easier and also expand your passing game without adding a bunch of plays. So you really have a true system that you're working and not a bunch of plays that you're working that the quarterback has to remember who has what route, who he's reading, and all of those things. So it's a very simple way to approach the passing game. You have to be happy with the few plays that you have in, and then you have to be instead of expanding the passing game in terms of adding plays, you expand the passing game by teaching your quarterback to read the plays different ways. And that in itself is expanding the game. So you're making your passing game very simple to your quarterback. It doesn't look like you have a lot of plays, but somehow your quarterback always throws to the open guy and he always throws to that guy first because you as a quarterback or as a coach, you as the coach, offensive coordinator, you know what's going to be open. And you tell your quarterback to look there first. That's going to make him get rid of the ball faster. He's going to play more efficiently and cleaner and keep his uniform cleaner doing that also. And everyone will be happy by playing that way. So that concludes the video today, coaches. We talked about reading a defender in the passing game and responding to the three movements. We talked about a hang, a bail, and a slide movement by the defender that we are reading in our passing game. We're trying to make the life of our quarterback, we're trying to make his job much easier to perform, which will make him more successful. We're trying to put our quarterback in a position to be successful so our offense can be successful, so our team can be successful. It all starts and revolves around your quarterback, either his arms, his legs, whatever his brain, whatever it may be. So you have to make sure you make his life as easy as possible. So thanks for watching, coaches. Once again, this video is going up on YouTube and Facebook. So whatever, you know the deal, whatever you need to do, share the video, thumbs up for the video, like the video, follow the page, bang that bell for those notifications, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in the description below, I'm going to put all the different ways that you can get to more of this type of content. So thanks for watching today. Once again, new guys, returning guys, I appreciate it very much. And once again, magnify your blessings each and every day. Thanks, coaches.